Good morning. Good morning. 11:45. So the soonest that I can be seen about my uterus trying to kill me is January 10th. And the thing that's a month and 2 days away. And the thing that weirds me out about it, the thing that worries me about it, is my period is completely and totally unfucking predictable. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter when they see me, because they could say, okay, we'll see you on the 17th or the 13th or the 23rd, and there's still a chance that that is happening for me because it seems to just have a mind of its own. But that's the soonest that I can be seen, and they can't do any kind of physical examination on your pelvic. Like, they can't do a pap or anything like that if you are bleeding, because the whole point of a pap is to scrape your cervix and check and make sure that it is okay. And if there is menstrual blood in the sample, it taints the sample. And I found that out the hard way when I was a teenager, and I went to the health department to get a pap and showed up and was like, I just started my period yesterday. And the doctor got so mad at me. She's like, I can't do anything when you're on your period. You're just going to have to come back in a week. And so that's how I found that out. But I called and she was like, do you need your annual, or is there like, are you having problems? I was like, all of the above. How can I sign up for all of the above? Is that an option? I was doing a little bit of research today, and with what I found, and I know what you're saying, Shay, don't play Dr. Google. Don't play Dr. Google, but you bitches know that that's hard not to do. It's hard not to look up your symptoms. And for what I need to be seen for, it's obviously it's important to get your yearly pap. So that needs to happen one way or another. But what I need to be seen for is more of them asking me a series of questions, and then me going and getting blood work to get my hormones checked, because I am 100.02% positive that I am going into menopause. Have you guys noticed in a lot of my videos, I've been like, I'm really tired, I can't sleep. I literally, in almost every video, I'm like, I think I have a fever. It hit me like right now I'm having a wave of warm coming over me that feels like somebody blasted me in the head with like a hair dryer sat on high, and it like moves all over, just a wave all over my body. And at nighttime, my husband's we've been cranking the AC in our bedroom and cranking the fan, and it's not enough. I mean, especially at nighttime, I've been having massive memory issues. I told my therapist about it yesterday, and I just have this list. I was on the Mayo Clinic website, and 100% of the symptoms of premature menopause, I have them. 100%. And the only thing that they can do to, like, other than, talk to me, hear my symptoms, is give me a blood test to test my hormone levels. So they don't need to be able to do a pap on me for that. So even if I do get there and I am on my period, or I'm bleeding, or something's happening, I'm going to be like, I need you to check my hormone levels, because if something is going on, I need to do hormone replacement therapy, because not having estrogen in your body can wreak fucking havoc, including it causes dementia, and that already runs in my family, like a fucking Tomb Raider runs in my family. So I'm a little worried about that, but in the grand scheme of things, because I am somebody that has had cancer, in their reproductive system, I will take premature menopause over what the list of absolutely horrific things that it could be. I was looking at the list of like symptoms and shit, and it even says things like higher risk of UTI and stuff like that. Rewind videos that I was making, like what was it, a week or two ago, talking about how I had just out of the fucking blue gotten a UTI. Oh God, I have to get off Google. There's some pretty grim stuff associated with this, but let's not panic over things that haven't happened, but let's also be happy that it could be worse. Yeah? I look like my aunt right now. I look like my auntie. So somebody asked me, and I'm not being rude by being like, somebody asked me. I'm just saying like I'm using my phone to record, so I can't really look right now. But somebody asked me in my comments about bands, and I don't want to list like super obvious ones. Like we all love Typo. We all love, Susie. So I wanted to recommend some bands that I like that are like newer. So the first one that I would recommend that everybody checks out is Boy Harsher, especially if you're like new into goth music. I feel like what initially attracts people to like gothic subculture is the fashion, and then things like music and stuff like that come second. That's not necessarily true for everything, but it is true for a lot of people, and we're not here to shame those people. Leave them alone. Whatever works, It makes sense for things that grab your eye to attract you and pull you towards something, and you find out it's much deeper. So leave people alone about that type of shit. The second one that I would recommend, I have a list in front of me on my Panda notepad, is the KVB, and they are deep wave. I really, really love deep wave, and you're going to find that out. But they scratch my brain in an absolutely amazing way. She Passed Away is one of my favorite bands right now, and I'm one of those people that's like, I don't have a favorite anything because I have a hard time ranking shit that I love, but I love She Passed Away. I can't understand anything that they're saying because I do believe they're Turkish, but they're deep wave. And I do know that he has this like low rumble, like bass to his voice that just sounds so fucking like traditionally goth. They're amazing. Twin Tribes is a really good one, and they are super interactive with their fans. If you tag them in something, they'll share it, and they are fucking amazing. Also deep wave. The last band that I want to recommend, I don't really know how to pronounce their name because I'm not French. Let's not talk about the fact that I took 2 years of French in high school. I dropped out of high school. Okay, we all know this. But anyways, they're called Minuit or Minuit, depending on, who you watch talk about them. Machine. This is the name. And they're like synth pop. So fucking good. What is that? Oh, it's energy drink. Only me. What the fuck? Looks like I don't have half an eyebrow. Why? Why is that? Why? No matter what. It doesn't matter if I'm using my phone. It doesn't matter if I'm using a nice camera. I have a piece of my eyebrow that perpetually goes fucking missing. And why do I feel like it's always the same one? Anyways, I'm trying to get some shit out of my house, and one thing that I have too much of is makeup. And yes, in case anybody is wondering, I did stay strong, and I didn't renew my BoxyCharm, even though these bitches have been blowing up my fucking email. You still have time to get the December Luxe. I'm like, shut up. But I have to stand strong on it because I'm going to show you why. I have so much shit from them that I don't use. And my husband's sibling, they're non-binary, does drag. So I figure that they would appreciate some eyeshadow palettes. Now, I don't think that I'm going to give them any of my lipsticks or anything like that. But I figure stuff like eyeshadow, I can give that to them and they can use it and it'll be fine. Why am I thinking way too much? And especially out loud. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. It's basically brand new. It's basically fucking brand new. And those scratches in it are like those little nicks that your powder shit gets whenever you accidentally hit it with your brush. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and the thing is I just purged a bunch of them like maybe a year ago, and because of BoxyCharm, they've already started stacking up again. Do you guys remember a couple years ago when there was that craze when everybody cared about their makeup expiring, and then all of a sudden we all just went back to not caring if our makeup was expired, because this bitch never really cared at all. I have so many things. Like, look at this, and you can tell they're all beat to shit on the outside because they just get thrown around. But then you open it up and then look at that. I know that I've worn this shade right here, and that's it. That's it. And I have so much of this. It's so, I feel like it's so wasteful and pointless. You know, I feel like it's just like, here's a Violet Voss sunset palette, opening it up to a giant hair. Look at that. Why keep it? Why keep it? Why not give it to somebody who makes a living being a work of art, and let them use it, and you know, get some actual fucking use out of it? Because oh, this is so old. Look how old this is. Ooh, that's going in the trash. That's not going on anybody's face. They could probably make a vaccine. That's so old. Never mind the fact that I just said that I don't care when things expire. I care about that. That is the equivalent of the nasty patty. I have this big ass palette. I think I got this in like a Luxe, the Barbarella palette. I don't use like fun shit. Like, I'm boring. I'm a creature of habit. I think I'm going to give them this contouring palette because it's not dark enough. I've got like lots and lots of translucent setting powder that I don't use, and we all know that drag queens go through setting powder like crazy. I got the Ciate London palette. Why is this in my house? Why do I have this? The only one that I am on the fence about. And I feel like when you're on the fence about something, you shouldn't jump over the fence. You know what I mean? I think if you're not 100% set on something, if it's not in your heart and your soul and and it's not there with your whole ass, then you shouldn't do it. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, bitch. This is eyeshadow. It's not that deep, but it's this one, because I love that green and I love that yellow and I love that pink, but it's this. But I'm like, bitch, you've had that for probably a year and you never touched it. So why? I'm like a kid cleaning their room and finding shit, and all of a sudden it's fun and new and the best thing I've ever seen. It's like it's brand new all over again. So I don't know what to do. I'm on the fence about it, but I don't see them for probably another couple of weeks until Christmas time. So I've got a little while to sit on it. But that green in that palette is really calling my name. So I don't know. I wanted to end this vlog showing you guys the worst wig I have ever bought on Amazon. And the thing is, anytime you buy wigs on Amazon, it's always a gamble. You don't really know what you're getting. Even if you buy from the same brand every single time, the same wig every single time, it doesn't mean you're going to get the same thing every single time. So before you say anything, what influenced me to buy this was that it went viral on TikTok. So a pretty alt girl influenced me to buy this. I may be 33 years old, but I don't have a single original thought and no self-control. A capitalist wet dream, if you will. Like, it looks so good on her. And you can sit there and list everything. You can give me every fucking way that you would fix this wig, that you would make it look good. And I have tried it. I have tried it. I have tried it. Trust me, I've tried it. It looked really good on her. And so many people, listen, so many people have been like, just push it down. But there's like stuff in the scalp that makes it fluff back up. How stupid I am willing to look on the internet. And by the way, I made a TikTok. Have you ever heard the sound that's like, this is what I wanted, the pastels, and this is what I got? I did. Hi, y'all. It looked good on her.